Welcome back to Elite Dangerous as we continue our journey from Seoul to Colonia. Granuel's about ready to take off from Rohini. Our next destination is Sacagawea, and we're going to route that right now. So we are in Rohini, and let's pick our destination. Next one on the list from Rohini. Alright, that's where we're going. This most beautiful nebula here. Look at the color. Isn't that sweet? This is going to be a long trip. If we look at the information here, it is 4,134 light years. So it's a little bit longer than we've been traveling. We've been traveling anywhere from 15 to 25 up to this point. So it's a little bit of a longer trip. So we need to get started. We're going to plot the route. Boy, that was actually a pretty quick plot. So let's take a look at that. That's going to be about 57 jumps. And so 57 jumps, add into that, if we find anything interesting, we're going to be scanning. So it's going to be a long trip. So I'm going to go ahead and take off. We'll get to the normal business of taking our first jump, and then I will take off and we'll do a little scanning. If I find anything interesting, I'll pop back in, we'll take a look at it, and if not, we'll see you at the next destination. So let's get out of here first. Departure handover.
Aye, aye, sir. Departure procedures initiating. Pre-launch diagnostic checks. All systems nominal. Crew, stand by for launch.
Yes, sir. Powering engines.
Acknowledged. Diverting power to systems.
Helm control.
Standing by.
You now have the con. The ship is yours.
Understood. Launching now. Ascending to 30 meters.
Thrusters, now, please.
Intelligent thrusters initiating.
Let the warrior spirit guide you. If a warrior is to succeed at anything, the success must come gently, with a great deal of effort, but with no stress or obsession. Carlos Castaneda.
Handoff complete.
Sir, the ship is yours.
Thank you, Orion. So you may have noticed in the station there we had a little bit of a HUD change. There is a big update in the game. They've added fleet carriers. So, Granuel, of course, doesn't have enough money to buy one. Let's see what she got. She's got barely over, not even quite $1.5 billion. So, it costs $5 billion to buy one, and then it's probably another $3 to $4 billion to get it set up. So, it's quite expensive. It'll be a while before she's able to do that, but we need to get her to Colonia first. Let's look at the system map. Maybe we'll see something in here. And there is, by golly. There is a fleet carrier. Uncle Bob's Hermitage is here. That is a private fleet carrier. Let's go take a look at it while we're here before we take off. And it looks like it is a fleet carrier that is made for combat, kind of. Now, the fleet carrier that Rudeman has, I do have one, is set up for kind of a combination of mining and exploring. So I do have almost all of the modules on it except for the black market. I don't have that. And I don't have... Well, actually I do. I suspended it. I have the module for turning in bounties. But I suspended that. I don't feel like paying for it when I'm not a combat ship. So this is what a fleet carrier looks like, or at least one of them. There are 3 iterations, actually 4, because the original one that you buy is called a Drake. Mine is the Nautilus. I can't remember the other 2 names. Mine is a Nautilus class. And it's not here. I've got it stationed in a mining system in the bubble. All right, Uncle Bob's Hermitage. Let's see. Commander Reefer is the owner. So there is a fleet carrier. You can see how big they are. That pad we're looking at right there that was lit, that's a small pad. The large ones are on the top there. So you can see there's 8 large pads. It's a pretty good sized ship. But that's what they look like. They jump 500 light years at a time. It takes 15 minutes for it to heat up, to spool up, to jump. Then you have a little bit of a cool down on the other end. You have to wait another 15 minutes. So there you go. I actually was thinking about bringing Rootmans out here and have Granuel take a ride to Colonia. But Granuel does need the experience. She needs the exploring experience, so I decided not to do that. All right, let's get back on our trip here. Okay, let's line up and get out of here. Oh, we're mass locked. Probably from that carrier.
Frameshift drive charging.
Okay, we're off. If I find something interesting, I will come back in, and we'll see you in a little bit.
4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, we're back. I've got a couple more jumps to go, and I was just scanning the system, but this is so cool. I wanted to show you. That's where we're going, actually. That great big spot right there, that nebula. And I'm going to finish scanning this, and we'll take off and get a little closer. Well, like I said, we only got a couple jumps left. But that's it. The closer we get, the cooler it looks. Let's see, I got a spot here I was working on. Scanning in here. Let's get this done. And then we'll take off again. I'm going through here as fast as I can. Believe it or not, I think the last 10 or 12 jumps that we took have been systems that have 30 and 40 different things to scan in them. It's been a good trip for experience. because all of this stuff's going to make us experience, but it's taken a long time. There's been a lot of scanning to do. So let's jump up here. That's what it looks like in actual space. Isn't that pretty? Yeah, we're getting pretty close now. So off we go. Let's see, we have 4 jumps to go.
Course adjustment. Frame shift now engaged. Engaging exit.
3/4 impulse.
Acknowledged.
Scanning now.
3/4 impulse. Now.
Fuel scoping. Fuel scooping complete.
Stop engines.
Affirmative. Slowing to a full engine stop.
Another 28 bodies. I'm going to scan these and then I'll come back and we'll get to our destination. Okay, we're grabbing a little bit of fuel before we go in. And let's see. It's the next jump. We're here, so
Frameshift drive charging.
let's take it in.
Leaving system. Exit mode.
Scanning.
3/4 impulse.
3/4 impulse.
All right. Let's see what we got here. I got to get past this star.
Fuel scoping. Fuel scope disengaged.
Stop engines.
All stop.
All right. So I've been here, but I haven't scanned. So that's kind of weird. Why I didn't scan, I don't know. But let's see if we can find something to scan. Got 37 bodies in here. Including some signals, I guess. Degraded emission there. That's what all of these are now. Are signal sources. So we'll just scoop them up so we don't get confused with actual bodies, astral bodies. Okay. Nothing new there. There we go. Something new. That thing's shaking like it's nervous. Why is it nervous? More signal sources. What the heck? Must be a busy system, eh? Now, scanning all these bodies, I get to where I just zoom in and zoom out as fast as I can go. I don't really take a long look. if you've got something that's like a water world that's got some value to it, it's going to be, if you look at the filtered spectrum where I'm going back and forth there, if you get into this anal area right here, A-N-A-L, that's where you're going to find water worlds. So if I'm in that area, I'll pay a little bit of attention. If I'm not, I just go in like this and just boom, boom out to get credit for it. And then when I'm done, I'll take a second look at it in the system map, make sure I didn't miss anything. But I get in a hurry because there's a lot of scanning to do out there. I don't know what's causing that shakiness. Whoop, we did miss one. Something else in there somewhere. Is it just a signal source? Evidently. Man, a distress call. Don't trust those. I just ignore the distress calls. You go in there and there's somebody waiting for you. Usually not somebody friendly. Reminds me of Star Wars. It's a trick. It's a trap. There's what I'm looking for, those astral bodies. Boy, there's so many distress calls in here. Well, signal sources. Not necessarily are they all distress calls. I mentioned earlier that almost every system I've been in for the last half hour, 45 minutes has been huge. 30-some astral bodies in each one of them. It's just been busy, busy, busy scanning. I've got it. Okay, so let's check out our destination here. Then we'll take a look at the system. All right. Oh, that's right. Sacagawea is a planetfall. So let's head down to the planet. Isn't that pretty? The colors are just gorgeous. It's a pretty good sized ring around that planet there. I think I'm going to splurge when I get to Colonia and purchase a paint job for this ship. I don't think I've got a lot of paint jobs for Granuel. Alright, now let's see. Where's our... Okay, before we go in, we need to get a better look. It's a spaceport. Click on that there and see where we're at. It's on the other side of the planet. Just barely. We'll mosey on that direction. And then come in at a decent angle. Nice shallow angle. Take our time going in. %.
Engaging now, 50%.
Orbital flight engaged.
Well, kind of in the light side, but just barely. Night vision.
Aye, aye, Commander.
I don't think I need it, but just in case, it looks like there's some dark spots there. Now, the night vision doesn't come into effect until you get a lot closer to the planet. Let's pull it up a little bit. I don't want to drop too far out. See if we can glide a little closer. Perfect. Night vision off. Stop engines.
Welcome to our starport, Commander.
Stop all thrusters.
I saved you within the port perimeter.
Number 1, take us in.
Affirmative. Commencing docking sequence. Helm control.
Yes, sir.
You now have the cog.
Thank you.
1/4 impulse.
1/4 impulse.
Diverting power to systems. Gear is down.
Landing thrusters.
Readying landing thrusters. Approaching landing zone. Down. You're welcome. Handoff complete.
Good. Commander, the ship is yours.
Docking restraints engaged.
Cool. Perfect. Alrighty. Let's fuel up here. And let's go into the starport. So again, we had a pretty uneventful trip, really. Let's see what we've got for... Oh, by the way, there's the new HUD. what we're looking at right here, where I'm moving through, that's the new HUD. We got an update. That HUD came with the new ships, the fleet ships. It's a little bit different. Kind of consolidates it all on a icon board there. But we're going to take a look at the galaxy map here and see what's coming up. So we traveled a little over 4,000 light years. Our next trip is going to be from Sacagawea to probably, well, I'm not sure if I'm going to go to this one or not. Skip this one, go to Gandharvi. Again, we're getting closer. Let's see how far we are out from Colonia. Come on, give it to me. All right, we still have 10,000. Now, we did almost half that just today. So, we're getting pretty close. If I go to Gagarin Gate, that's going to be about 3,000 from where we're at today. It's a very beautiful part of space. And then we would go to Gandharvi. And Gandharvi is another 38. So from there, we're getting pretty close to Colonia from Gandharvi. So I think that's where we're looking over there. Maybe, maybe not. Alrighty, so we're going to call this an episode here. When we come back, we're going to be closer. Maybe 2 more episodes and we'll be in Colonia. 10,000 if we do 5,000 a shot. So I might bypass the first one and go right to Gandharvi. And then we'll be a lot closer. So I can't remember the gate, what that was. Gandharvi is a pretty good sized station. So it's got full amenities and all that kind of stuff. So we may do that. In the meantime, thanks for joining me on this trip, and hopefully I'll see you on the next one. Happy travels.